Good morning, everyone. I'm out for my walk this morning and I wanted to share a little bit about trauma with you. Of course, trauma is any kind of disturbing or distressing event that a person can go through, and it isn't always a huge event. A lot of people think of trauma as something huge, as maybe a severe car accident, the death of a loved one, or a sexual assault. But trauma isn't always something big. Trauma can also be an accumulation of smaller disturbing or distressing events. The reason I wanted to talk to you about trauma is because some people don't really understand how to deal with or how to process the after effects of trauma. Trauma can have long-lasting effects. It affects areas of your brain that interfere or that are responsible for your functioning. So when a person experiences a trauma, it is stored or it gets imprinted in the part of the brain which is called the amygdala. And that's part of the limbic system. And the amygdala is responsible for your emotions, your survival instincts, and your memory. So it is understandable that when a person experiences a trauma, that it's going to affect their memory. Have you ever lost a loved one and had difficulty concentrating after that? It also affects a person's appetite. It affects a person's mood, and it affects or can cause disturbance in a person's sleep. When a trauma gets stored in the brain, it gets stuck there. So a lot of times what happens is when you experience a situation that is even remotely close to what you experienced, or a situation that brings up the same emotions that you experienced with that trauma, it's almost like you're reliving that trauma all over again. Adrenaline gets released, and there's a sort of dysfunction with the adrenaline, because what happens is when you go through a huge trauma, it almost throws that whole system off, and a person is always functioning in a fight or flight mode. And the way to heal from trauma is to actually be able to process that trauma through grieving, through talk therapy, through support. It can get unstuck from the brain. It doesn't have to stay there. You can go and get help and allow that trauma to move over into the adaptive neural network part of your brain that will allow you to let it go and to heal and to get to a much better place. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you all because I know a lot of us experience trauma, and I just want you to know that there is help for you. So enjoy the rest of your day, my friends, and thank you for listening to my video.